Students, how are you all? I hope all are watching this video. That is Anik, Valerio, Suryansh, Sadhika and all others. Sorry, I don't remember everyone's name. So students, we are done with the previous topic, that was crop production and management. In detail we have studied about it, right? So now today we'll be studying a new topic, that is conservation of plants and animals. Why is the need of conservation of plants as well as animals? That particular thing we have to study, students, in this topic. The main objective of this conservation of plants and animals we have to study. Okay, so before we start with, let us try to make a list of the various national parks we have visited. Okay, so what you will be doing is consider it as an activity for you all, that you can sit with your parents and try to write down the names of various national parks or zoos or sanctuaries or any biosphere reserve which you have visited. Okay, maybe in India, maybe there itself. Okay, so please make a list of that and share with me. Okay, every one of you. They have given you a few examples here, like there's a very famous ones. The sanctuaries, the national parks names are given: the Bharatpur Sanctuary. Even maybe you must have heard about the Jim Corbett Park, the Kaziranga National Park, Lokcha Wildlife Sanctuary, the Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserves, then many tiger reserves present in India. So if any one of you have ever happened to visit any kind of bird sanctuary, say, or animal sanctuary, or any national park, so you are going to share your all the details, what you have seen there, your experience into that park or that bird sanctuary, animal sanctuary, that you will be sharing with me in the group. Fine. So okay, students, now let us start with this topic, conservation of plants and animals. First we'll talk about the plants now. Okay, so why we find the plants or the plant reserves or the forest reserves actually on our planet, in our country, in our city, getting completely, what you can say, devastated, completely cut off or eroded, for which all activities, that we have to see. Or what is the cause of cutting of trees, that is deforestation. Definitely there is the man-made cause also, and definitely there are natural causes of deforestation also, right? So we'll see few of the causes of deforestation, their pictures also, their clippings also, the man-made causes of deforestation and also the natural causes of deforestation. First thing, so students, first thing, deforestation and its causes. Let us understand the natural and the man-made causes of deforestation. First thing, a great variety of plants and animals exist on our planet, right? They're essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. We have studied, students, in previous grades in the lower classes, the importance of forest. If you'll recall, in grade 7th, you have studied the topic forest our lifeline. Various examples of forest products we have studied there, including the medicinal plants. Okay, then the use of wood in various purposes, various ways of using forest products. These all details we have studied. So they are definitely essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. Today, a major threat to survival of these organisms is deforestation, right? We know that deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purposes. Now, what are the other purposes, right? We need to know. First thing, what is deforestation? Clearing of or cutting of forest. The reasons can be variable. Now, trees in the forest are cut for some of the purposes mentioned below. First thing, procuring land for cultivation, that is for agricultural practices. Land is needed, so forest in a particular area is cleared and that land is utilized for cultivation. Second most important is the building houses and factories, that is settlement and urbanization. Most important, making furniture. And today, in today's date also, you will find, students, in most of the villages, people make use of the forest, the use of the wood as fuel. So these three basically, they all are the man-made causes or man-made ways of clearing forest or deforestation due to man-made activities. First thing, for cultivation, building houses and factories, that is urbanization and settlement, and Then in case of furniture, in case of using wood as fuel. Then there are natural causes also of deforestation. What it could be? One is very important, that is the overgrazing of by animals. Second can be drought condition, extreme drought, no rain at all, complete famine condition. Third would be forest fire, naturally caused forest fires. And even in some cases due to lightning also forest fire takes place. So that is also one of the natural reasons of deforestation. In like in various parts of the world, acres and acres of lands of forest get completely burnt down naturally by forest fire. So the surprising fact about the forest is, 3/4 part of the world's complete forest area is, I think, occupied by the Amazon forest. No doubt it is a very small area, but 3/4 kinds of plants and animal species you can find there only. So that means it's a wonderful place to find varieties of plants and animals reserves there, right? Students, now will see few of the natural causes of deforestation as well as man-made causes of deforestation. In case of man-made causes of deforestation, we have studied that, we know that deforestation or cutting of forest or cutting of trees in a particular area is done for agricultural practices, that is cultivation. While in case of building houses also it has to be done. For urbanization it is done. For settlement it is done. For factories construction it is done. Right? So various causes are there to cut the forest, to clear the forest. So that is all man-made causes of deforestation. While in case of the natural causes, we have discussed about the forest fire, floods, famine condition, drought condition, right? So these all are the natural causes. Let us first see the man-made causes of deforestation. Students, before we proceed for the causes of deforestation, first let us have a look at this picture, which speaks a lot about the extent to which forest is getting cleared. We have studied, students, in grade 7 that forests are called as our green lungs, right? The reason for that also we know. The abundance of oxygen that this complete planet gets is through the trees, right? Fresh air, fresh water, holding the soil, preventing soil erosion. So many benefits of forest apart from getting forest products, right? So to what extent these green lungs are getting cleared for man-made purpose, for man-made uses, that we really need to understand. It's high time that we realize this fact, that it's to what extent we are clearing the forest for our selfish motives, how it can be controlled, and why is the need to conserve this forest. About this is an utmost need to conserve our green lungs. Definitely it is essential, because the you can indirectly connect it with our survival, with our respiratory system, with our breathing, with the extent of oxygen available, right? Definitely you can connect all these things. So now let us move forward to see the man-made causes of deforestation. Like I said, your forest is cut or cleared for agriculture, cultivation, right? Deliberate action, intentional action, human activity, so as to cut a particular patch of land in which forest cover is there, so that that land is utilized for cultivation or for agricultural practices. For that, majority of the forest in the country is cleared. So students, again in this picture you can see clearing of the forest, cutting of the trees. Again, the reasons can be urbanization or settlement needed here for building houses, apartments, complexes, right? For, in fact, you can say complete settlement, creating a new city in this area. For that, forest has to be cleared. So basically these days, due to extensive population explosion, you can say the land available in the city is not sufficient for the settlement. Hence, the place around the city or the additional area around the city where there is some amount of forest cover, that even is getting cleared day by day for the human settlement, and even for the raising of factories, industries. Students, forest is also cut for definitely the use of wood to make furniture. But then there should be some extent for that. There should be some reserved area. Then in there only the wood which has to be used for furniture purpose or construction purpose, that should be grown there. Those trees, not the forest cover, should be cleared for making use of the wood for furniture, right? And most important, this wood even is used by majority of the population as a fuel also. So this is not the right way of cutting the forest, clearing the forest for such unnecessary use. No doubt that is also needed, but then some other arrangement can be done to make use of the wood necessary for furniture or for fuel purpose, right? Student, there are some other natural causes of forest fire, for deforestation, that is forest fire, on which human control is not there. The forest fire spreads very rapidly, you all know that, right? So till the time the fire can be brought under control, it becomes too late, and in acres and acres of land get completely under the control of fire, and a majority of the patch of forest gets burnt down. And it is very difficult to control this fire because of the availability of plentiful of air, oxygen, it spreads very rapidly. Forest fire, due to friction of the branches of trees, right? That is the majority of the reasons wherein forest fire is caused. High temperature, collision or colliding of the rubbing of the branches of trees to one another, that is one of the causes. So as such, causes are many for the forest fire, but once naturally a forest fire is set, definitely it is very difficult to control it. It spreads very rapidly, and a large area under the forest cover gets burnt down. We'll see few of the other clippings wherein you can see the natural forest fire caused by natural way, and even through the lightning also. Yes, definitely lightning also is one of the causes of forest fire. So students, as you all can see, big, very important kinds of big wood, big logs of wood, big branches, even big trunks and all, they get burned down badly in naturally caused forest fire. So there, as such, I said, there's no control. So definitely there is a tremendous loss of the forest in such areas. Not just the trees, the herbs, shrubs, everything gets burnt down in case of natural forest fires, right? Students, in this picture you can see lightning, right? Lightning, again, as I said you, is one of the causes of natural causes of deforestation, that is the forest fire. You can see this, and one never knows how the forest completely got caught under fire due to lightning attack. Students, in this picture also you can see lightning causing forest fire. And first thing, students, what we need to understand is this is out of our control. We really have no control on this natural causes of forest fire, right? Nobody can control this lightning, right? This picture shows a big massive lightning attack, right? A very big lightning striking taking place here, causing forest fire. A very huge lightning, right? So this is just few clippings. We never know, students, to what extent, what area big patch of forest can get covered and can get burned down by a big complete wave of lightning, right? One more important cause of deforestation, that is the drought condition, famine condition, exists completely, no rainfall or scanty rainfall, right? Nothing, no kind of vegetation is left over. No trees, no bushes, even no herbs, shrubs, nothing, right? This is again what you can say, a deadly dangerous natural cause of deforestation. Now, every year the complete climatic cycle, the weather cycle is getting changed. In some parts of the world there is excessive rain, while in others there is no rain at all. And in a particular city, in a particular country also, the weather cycle is tremendously getting adversely affected due to the global warming, the greenhouse effect, right? So definitely drought condition is a very sensitive issue, a very, what you can say, a concerning issue, in which plentiful of forest cover gets completely lost due to no rain or scanty rainfall. In not just the plant reserve, the vegetation, even the animals, not because of hunger, even because of thirst, they die. There's no water to drink also for them, right? I'll be showing one clipping related to that also. In this picture also you can see, students, no what kind of crop or vegetation will be seen without rain or without water? Completely whatever is the available standing crop, even that gets dried off, right? So this basically is the kind of condition usually in the dry patches of the world, the dry arid regions. So students, like I said, it's not only that due to deforestation we don't find only the kind varieties of trees growing. We no doubt lose the trees, many varieties of trees, shrubs, herbs, right? But at the same time, we also lose varieties of very useful animals also. Whenever there is drought condition, famine condition, no forest cover, no trees, no shrubs, even what will the poor animals, the ones who depend upon grazing, on what thing they will feed on? So even they die out of hunger. As such, no kind of plants, vegetation is seen around. So definitely forest is essential, not just for the human being survival. Definitely all the animals, the entire living species depends upon the forest and forest products, right? Yes, students, so again this is a very touching kind of picture, again showing the extent to which how devastating the famine, the drought condition can be. No forest cover anywhere around, no vegetation, completely big water bodies also get dried off. See the condition of aquatic creatures, all lying dead. This is just one picture, right? In so many parts of the world we find such kind of condition, that there's no rainfall or scanty rainfall, or one complete season is a dried patch. Whatever available kind of some shrubs, herbs are there, even that gets lost, that gets dried up or gets eaten away by the grazing animals, and nothing is left. And due to excessive heat, whatever available water bodies are there, from that also the water gets evaporated. That means nothing, literally nothing is left. And this is the condition of the water bodies. Like once, maybe here it should have been a very big kind of water body, maybe a lake, maybe a pond, maybe a river. And in case of drought condition, literally you can see these creatures dying without water. So students, now we know the various causes of deforestation, the natural and the man-made, right? There are many other causes, man-made causes of deforestation. You can make a list of that, right? So now consequences, what would be the result of deforestation? Let us try to make a list of that. First, definitely will be increase in the temperature, increase in the pollution level, right? Increase in temperature of the earth, pollution of the earth. Again, it will increase plentiful of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere if the forest cover gets reduced. Groundwater level also will get lowered. Again, it will disturb, definitely these all things will disturb the balance in nature. If there is too much extra amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, definitely it will affect the rainfall. Again, if no proper rain, definitely the fertility of the soil will also decrease. That means many harmful effects of deforestation are there, right? So deforestation needs to be prevented, controlled. A forest needs to be conserved, right? So again, students, like I said, you're going to make a list of any kind of wildlife sanctuary or biosphere reserve or national park where you have been. You're going to make a list of that. Or even if at one fine place, if you have been, make a complete detailed study of that. You're going to write a short paragraph on that, first thing. Secondly, make a list of other man-made causes of deforestation. Okay, we'll be studying then in the next session how deforestation will reduce rainfall, how it can affect the increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, right? How then, if there is scanty rainfall or no rainfall, then how it will adversely affect the groundwater levels, or even it is called as underground water table. So how it gets adversely affected. So these all terms, these all things will be continuing in the next session. Fine, students?